as you know, it's like black people have a some very pretty simple rules, and there's just certain things that are just gonna make us go, nope, done, out, I'm gone. Bye, y'all can handle this. But I'm nope. I'm gonna be nope. I'm gonna be noping over there.
Nope.
I always like to kind of get into the head of my audience. And I feel like there's a lot of people that don't want to see a horror movie and don't want to see something that's dark or that's f***ed up. Nope to me is an invitation to them to sort of say, hey, I see you, and this movie will be scary, but at the very least, I'm bringing you in. I'm acknowledging you. You have a place in this, this genre.
Nope is about the spectacle. It's about the thing that we have, all of us have, in chasing something outside of ourselves or focusing on something that's far outside of ourselves, so much so that we don't realize what we have around us that is worth appreciating until it's too late. Whatever it could be in terms of our pursuits or in terms of the things that we feel like are gonna give us that ultimate validation or things that are just taking our attention that it's almost like that fly where that's always going towards that light. And you know you don't really need to go towards that light and it's not really fueling you, but something about it is still catching your eye. You somehow have lost all self-control over your, ability to resist it. It's about that thing. That's what Nope is about.
Like I said, the film is about spectacle and our addiction to spectacle and the fact that we're being drawn to it, but it's also about our inner need, whether we have it or not, to be the spectacle, to be seen, to be recognized for who we are and what we are.
You know when you're working with great artists when they aren't forcing their specific individual vision onto any one person and even the project at large. I think the most impressive thing about Jordan is that he allows the story to kind of find itself and for it to express itself, and he's kind of open to where it kind of pushes him here and there. And so it was really fun building Jupe and playing him because, our intentions would change minute by minute. Not because we were uncertain, but we just kind of had to see. And then as we saw more, we kind of, molded here and refined there. And it just kind of became this larger thing. And so to kind of be welcomed into a very collaborative environment like that is a huge blessing. So I'm very thankful. They're the best.
Yeah, I definitely think there's parts of Jordan in everything. It's coming from him. Like, you can see him on set. He runs around, he's invested. He sees it, he feels it. So whether it's happened in his life or it's how his point of view, how he sees the world, you can feel that energy within it, you know what I mean?
Black American iconography, let's go. Jordan is a beast, and I appreciate what he does for our culture across the board and just giving us these beautiful, pieces of representation. So to get the opportunity to wear my fro in this movie, I'm just like, hey, what you mean? Woo! It just means so much to me. And on all different accounts, I'll say, with this character, like aside from my physical look, also the kind of chick I get to play, it's the kind of character that I feel like usually only guys get to play. To me, she's so cool, she's fearless, she doesn't take herself too seriously, but at the same time, she has edge, and she is just a really dope character that I really am just so excited and lucky that I get a chance to play, but that also she exists, period, in general, on screen.
This movie's not about race, per se, although, obviously race does interact with this idea of spectacleization and exploitation. But the movie in itself, is meant to be a film that couldn't be made 5 years ago. In that, I feel like, a sort of original piece of content, starring people of color, directed by a person of color, with a big budget, quite frankly, and some crazy shit in it. That movie's not supposed to be made. And so in the soul of the film, I feel like by existing, the film has we have some obligation to acknowledge what hasn't, all the people who haven't been allowed to take a bow, all the people who haven't been allowed to take a chance or have an opportunity to succeed or fail.
Originally, I don't think it was written perhaps for an Asian American as myself. And so we had to kind of rework a lot of what is believable and what might be a little bit more authentic and true to that experience. And so we reworked a lot of his origins. We kind of talked a lot about his family. We spoke about what drives him. And we spoke about ultimately the trauma that I think he's holding within him that I think isn't just exclusive to being Korean American, but also just being a child star. We really dug into what makes this person tick, and we got into some crazy stuff.
I kind of like that. It was like, I've never seen this before. I don't know what it is. And I always lean in when I'm like, I don't know what this is. I want to make sense of this. But I can always feel if the director is passionate about it, if they understand it, if they feel it on different. So that's was the beginning of the conversation. Because, this is quite hard to get your head around. And then we just kept on having conversations and kept feeding the script and having conversations about the script continuously for a couple of months.
My key with this movie is I wanted immersion. I felt like if everything else fails, if I can get my audience to feel like they're near a UFO for moments, they're going. That is a awe and a fear and a wonder we all have from when we were kids, and it's not provided to us enough in film, and not in a way that's satisfying to me.